Hello, hello, my friends. We are continuing the trend of post-burn reviews this week for Kringle Candle's upcoming spring and summer launch that is happening this Friday. Today, we are going to be talking about Country Candle's Cake Pops. Now, full disclosure, before we dive into this review, I am a Kringle Candle brand ambassador, and this candle was sent to me in PR, so I did not pay for this candle. However, if you have been here with me for a while, you guys always know that my thoughts are always my own. I keep very honest feedback, and one of the things that I like about Kringle Candle is I feel like they are probably one of the best companies at listening to customer feedback, which is something that I'm actually going to touch on in this review. So this fragrance, Cake Pops, will be available in this large apothecary style jar, which you are currently looking at. It will also be available in a medium-sized 2-wick jar. It will also be available in the daylights and the wax melts. Now, something that I brought up in my previous review videos from this week is the fact that the daylights and the wax melts are usually in a paraffin wax formula. They have not been able to transition that all the way over to a 100% soy wax yet. And while the candles made that transition back in early 2023. The Country Candles I'm talking about, they used to be in a paraffin wax and they moved over into a 100% soy colored wax. You just might want to be aware of that when it comes to the daylights and the wax melts, because sometimes that paraffin wax can slightly alter the fragrance that you're getting. Regardless, if you are still on the fence about a fragrance, I still think that that's probably your best bet to give you a good idea of what the fragrance is going to smell like. But I did just want to let you guys know that sometimes there might be the slightest difference in the fragrance that you get if you purchase the daylights and wax melts compared to the 100% soy formula. So let's go ahead and talk about the packaging here. First off, how fun is this? We've got this beautiful like lilac colored wax, and then the label on here is just so fun and festive. I feel like this is a great label that can be used for a variety of purposes. I'm thinking like you could gift this as a birthday gift. I'm also thinking that this would go really nicely with a lot of the beautiful spring and Easter decor that we have going on during this time of year, if you happen to celebrate that holiday or if you decorate your house for that. I just think that it's so bright and cheery, and I really like this label. So let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance notes here. Cake Pops, top notes of creamy frosting, mid notes of vanilla cake, base notes of liquid sugar, and sweet musk. Now, I do believe that there have been a couple of inquiries from people who have been with Kringle for a long time. Apparently, quite some time ago, there used to be another candle named this, Cake Pops, in the Country Candle lineup. From what I am hearing from fellow ambassadors who have been with the brand for a lot longer and they have already received this candle, they have confirmed to me that this is a different fragrance from the previous version. This is also not the same fragrance as the Christmas Cake Pops. That one definitely had more of like a lemon vanilla cake type of scent to it. This fragrance, my nose definitely detects just a good vanilla frosting. I think the name Cake Pops is actually very accurate, because to my nose, I'm not really picking up the actual cake accord in here. When I think of a cake fragrance, my gold standard is still the Homeworks birthday cake. When I'm thinking of just like a good vanilla cake, that one to me is still probably #1 in terms of authenticity. But this one to me is still very nice. It definitely reminds me of frosting, but it's not straight up rich like a buttercream. I do pick up some of that sweet musk accord in here. Now, when people hear musk, they think like, ooh, like earthy musk or overly perfumey, and that's not where I'm going with this. There is like, I guess if I were to lean between the two, yes, a slight like perfuminess to it, but not where I would call this a perfumey candle. It's still definitely in that gourmand category to my nose. It is a very nice vanilla gourmand. It's not overly smack you in the face, but it's a fragrance that I see being very complementary to a lot of other fragrances that I currently have in my collection. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance on this candle, because that's something where I touched on earlier about how Kringle listens to feedback. So a lot of us let them know with the 2023 country candle launches that some of the issues we were having with the wicks were that they were burning so hot and fast, and they were developing these huge carbon balls, and then they were sooting like crazy. I myself really experienced that with my Wishing for Christmas candle. It got extremely sooty. The fragrance was good, but it got really, really sooty on me. Thankfully, Kringle did make some adjustments, and we have some new wicks in these new jars. Now I'm gonna go ahead and lift up my candle here, or my camera here, so you can see the candle burning right here. I'm gonna try to give you, let's see, will it give you better? It's kind of hard to see with the wax there. But these wicks are burning really nicely. Now I actually burned this candle for about 7 hours the other day. Fun fact, it was my youngest daughter's birthday on Monday, and so we held a little birthday party for her on Sunday afternoon. And of course, I got distracted with all of the things going on at that time, and I had this candle lit for 7 hours. And I had no carbon balls at the top. I have no soot going on. This burned really nice and clean. Now, one of the things that I do want to let you guys know with these new wicks, what I have experienced is that, especially on the initial burn, they take quite some time to achieve a full pool. In fact, on this fragrance in particular, I really didn't even start to smell it until about 3 hours into the burn. Now, successive burns after that first one, it takes probably about 20-25 minutes for the fragrance to start throwing, and we'll talk about strength and throw here in just a minute. But the successive burns, I find that it pulls out slightly better. If you want to achieve a quicker pool, I would highly recommend probably just popping the candle into a hurricane. I'm going to go ahead and insert some B-roll here so that way you can see what this candle looked like when it was brand new. Now, the good news is that this soy wax formula is very slow burning, and they really fill these jars up. I mean, like almost to the top. So I don't really feel like that initial 3 hours where I wasn't really smelling a whole lot of fragrance was quote unquote wasted, because I still feel like I'm getting my money's worth. This is my 5th burn of this candle, and this one has currently been burning for 4.5 hours during this burn. So yeah, you can see like it's burning well for me, but it's not burning overly hot or overly fast. Let's go ahead and talk about strength and throw on this candle. I would give this one probably a good 6.5 in terms of strength. Now the throw, just like I mentioned in the ice cream sandwiches candle review, the throw is actually, I think, a little bit better than the strength of it. I would say, yeah, 6.5 to 7 is where I'm going to settle on this one. It's borderline medium. Can have periods where I feel like I smell it a little bit more. So you guys know that I tend to move my candle around a little bit just to make sure that I can get an accurate perception here. And so I have burned this candle in my open concept living room. Mind you, I also have a lot of windows open right now because our weather is really nice here in Arizona right now. I've burned it in the open concept living room, which has about 20-foot high ceilings in there. It opens up to the kitchen, but the bedrooms have lower ceilings and are more closed concept. When I place this candle in my living room without a hurricane on it, it projects all the way into my kitchen. So that's why I'm giving it like a better throw. But the fragrance itself, I will go in waves where I smell it a little bit better than at other times. I do find that vanilla fragrances just in general, I do have a tendency to become nose blind to quite easily, but that might just be me personally. Now, when I place this candle into my closed concept bedroom, which like my master bedroom, it definitely fills up the space. So if you have a smaller home or maybe like an older, more closed concept, maybe lower ceilings, this will definitely be a room filler for you. I definitely, when I burn it in my bedroom, I walk in there and I can definitely smell it. throughout the bedroom, throughout my master bathroom, which is an ensuite. So it doesn't get lost in smaller rooms, but I would caution you that if you're going to burn it in a larger room that has higher ceilings, you might want to stick it into a hurricane to get maybe some increased strength out of the fragrance. For me personally, I will probably, I like this candle. I will probably burn it as like a complementary fragrance to some other candles in my collection currently. Much like I burn, say, Bath & Body Works Vanilla Bean. Sometimes I'll do Homeworks Birthday Cake like this. Vanilla fragrances I tend to like to pair with a floral or another gourmand just to kind of amp up the sweetness. As I've been burning it this week, I've actually been pairing it with Bath & Body Works Hot Pink Cocoa and Homeworks' Birthday Cake, and that's been a really nice combination in my home. I got some compliments on it the other day when we had people over. So overall, if you like good vanilla cake fragrances and you go in with the mindset of knowing that vanilla fragrances usually are not going to be 9s or 10s, I think that you will be happy with this candle. It's a very nice vanilla cake pop type of fragrance. I think that they nailed this one really well in terms of the marketing of it, exactly what they have named it. And also kudos to them for not getting too cute on the fragrance description, like listing way too many notes, because I know for me, I can get really hung up on that. So let me know in the comment box down below, do you have your eye on this one? I was really trying to take feedback from the initial sniffs video that I did with my husband. I asked you guys, please let me know what ones you wanted to see first. And so this was one of the fragrances that I got a lot of feedback from you guys saying that you guys were interested in this one. So if you were interested in this one and you wanted to see my review, please remember to hit the thumbs up button, because that really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. It also lets me know what you guys like to see. If you happen to have missed my other 2 reviews, I've already reviewed Bananas Foster and ice cream sandwiches. I will make sure that I have those linked in the description box down below. I also plan to post a review for charred pineapple for you, and it looks like I may also be able to get a review for strawberry lemonade up for you guys. So the launch information for this is this Friday, March 1st at 12 p.m. Eastern is what we're being told is when these will be made available. I don't anticipate these to be available on a sale out of the gate. I do have a discount code with Kringle. It is Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your purchase. That is an affiliate discount code, so if you are not comfortable using those, totally avoid that, but I am eligible for a small commission when people use that code, and I thoroughly appreciate it if you choose to use my code. So I think that's it for this review. Stay tuned for more reviews coming up this week. I want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today, and until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.